Hey LEGO fans, and welcome back to MB Bricks. In our last video we showed you a complete tour of our LEGO room, going through all of the sets that we have on display and how we kind of organize stuff in our room. And in this video I am going to take you through my parts collection so you can see how I organize and how many parts I have in my collection. So we are going to be looking at all of these parts over here, this tower here, these smaller stack-on styles, and then all of these parts over here. So I'm going to try and go through these fairly quickly. I'm hoping this video won't be too long, but so without further ado, let's get right into it. These over here have mostly basic bricks and plates. I have organized my parts a little bit differently than most people. I have organized them by both color and shape depending on how I use them. So it helps me when I'm building to build faster, and I can access the parts that I need or use more frequently very quickly, so I can spend more time building and less time finding. So starting with this first tower right over here, we have our basic bricks. So we have 1 by 1 in a variety of colors. You won't see all colors, but that's okay. We have 1 by 2, and these are separated out with, I like to call them the original 6 colors. So black, white, yellow, red, blue, and green. And then I have so many of those that I've separated out some of the more unusual colors or more useful colors. And obviously when I started sorting these out, I didn't realize how many different colors came in the 1 by 2, so I have a whole slew of extras over here. One day when I get some more drawers, I will organize them more, I guess, but for now I keep those colors together so I can find them easily. And then below that I have my 1 by 3s and a couple extra piles of 1 by 2s that I had a lot of but didn't have space for up there. So 1 by 3s all together, 1 by 4s, the original 6 colors again all together, and separated out are 1 by 4s in more unique colors. And then those are my most unique colors that I only have a couple of, and I separated out so they're easy to find. And then these are all my 1 by 6 and larger. I have all kinds of unique colors, original colors, sorted out here. So you can see they go all the way up to, I think these are 1 by 16s. I think those are the largest ones. So they're all together in one big drawer. And then we have our 2 by bricks, so 2 by 2 in the original 6 colors, and all other colors of 2 by 2s, and these include the grays, which you did not see in the previous 1 bys because they are sorted out again separately. So we have those more useful colors, and then the last drawer here are my 2 by 3s all mixed together because I don't have as many of those. Now my larger bricks are off to the side here, part way down, but we have a mix of plates and bricks in this tower because then we have the plates on the other side. So in the top drawer here we have smallest wedge type pieces, and then these are my newer style small wedge pieces that I don't have a lot of. There's no definite size of what they go up to, but I know what size are in each of these drawers so I can find them easily. And then we have the next size up, I guess more medium sized wedge pieces, and then under that we have our largest sized wedge pieces, which can include these, and then also some rounded style, all in the biggest sizes that I own. And then underneath that we have the rest of the rounded size in the smallest all the way up to, I think this would be the biggest in this drawer, all together. And then underneath that we just have some more strange plates, including rounded ones, square ones with the hole. We have these angled ones, cross type plates. So just a bunch of weird and random plates that I kind of sorted out on their own. And then here we have the rest of the bricks. I use these a lot for support, so I've actually kept a lot of these together to build under mountains, anything elevated, to be honest, in my mock. So those are still put together, and then as you go down, they're kind of separated out down there. This is fairly full as it is, so I may have to organize them a bit more in the future, but for now they fit, so that's good. And then again, my 2x4s in the more specialized colors or more used colors. And then we've got 2x6 and larger. I'm not sure what the largest size is, but we have all colors mixed together in that one. And then underneath here, we have some of my smaller base plates. So we have 16x32 here, 16x16, and then I even have some printed, and 8x16 are the smallest base plates in this corner here. And then on the bottom, we have our large chunky, I call them chunkities. They're thick base plates, essentially, like brick thickness, and they're really good for making a strong base if you build up a tall mock and then you need some support for whatever you're building on top. Those are actually really good for that. So now in this next tower, we have more of the plates. So we have 1x1s, the corner style, and 1x3s all separated out there. 1x2s, I have now separated out by colors. These are not all the colors that I have. However, these were all together in a bin and I ended up sorting them out by color, so they're easier to find. And 1x4s, all mixed together. One day I would like to have them all sorted out like these, but it's a work in progress and there's a lot more colors than I have space for those little inserts, so we'll see how they go. And then we've got 1x6, 1x8 and larger. I'm not sure the biggest size I have in these 1x plates, but they go pretty big. I think 1x12. And then we have the 2x2s, 2x3s, 2x4s, 2x6, 2x8, and a large bin at the bottom here full of my 2x10s and larger, and I think this is the largest here, 2x16. All mixed together, all different colors. And then we start getting into our larger plate pieces. So this is just a mixture of all my extra plates that I have not sorted out. I have also put these great style pieces in. We have octagonal and octagonal with the hole. So we've got a bunch of different random stuff. A lot of pink plates for some reason. So yeah, those are all my extra colors. And then from here we start getting into plates that are sorted by color. So we have large black plates. I think the smallest we have is 3x3, and then they go all the way up to 16x16. So we have that starting at the bottom there. And then at the top we have the dark bluish gray, light bluish gray, regular tan, dark tan, brown, which I need to apparently get a lot more brown because I don't have a lot of it. We have regular green, dark green, and the very bottom here is all other green plates. So we have the bright light green, olive green, lime green, and I think those are all the different color greens I have in there, all mixed together because I don't have as many of them. Okay, so this next tower over has all of my slope pieces. So we have a variety of colors all mixed together. Smallest slopes and getting bigger and taller with the slopes, and those are some specialty slopes separated out. Wider slopes, and these are my biggest slopes. I think this is the biggest size that I have, with some more specialty slope pieces there. These are all of my black 45-degree slopes that I use a lot for roofs. And then we have more sorted by color, I guess. So we have the light bluish gray, and then reverse of the light bluish gray and dark bluish gray, and regular slope pieces of the dark bluish gray, which I use a lot for my rock work. And then more separated by colors, the browns and tans. This one's the dark tan with, I've added in the bricks in tan color as well, just because I needed a place to put them. And then here are more of the reverse slopes in all sizes and most colors. And then larger of the same similar reverse, except these are more like curved pieces, I guess. There, and then these are the medium-sized sloped, I guess curved pieces in a variety of different shapes and colors. And then the bottom are the largest size in many different styles. And that does it for my tower of slopes. To the left here we have a couple of 48 by 48 base plates kind of stuck in there. And then we have my 32 by 32s and some more preformed base plates in different colors. Some of them are quite a bit older, but I've either saved them from when I was a kid or found them in thrift stores, so always a good find. This tower is more random, I guess. We have printed and stickered pieces, smallest in that bin there, and then my more useful pieces back there, mostly pieces from Jurassic World and or Harry Potter. We have larger stickered and printed pieces in this drawer, and then largest, mostly panel pieces in this drawer with either stickers or prints on them. Here we have more bricks, more angle styled bricks here, a couple different styles. And we even have the corner bricks as well, because they needed a home, and so I put them in there. Then these are kind of similar, but curved, more roundy stuff. We have 2x2 rounded plates, 2x2 rounded bricks, and then I sorted out these specialty ones with the Technic hole for pins. And then this is just, I guess, a miscellaneous bin of different rounded stuff, engine type pieces, I don't even know what you call those, some different Technic parts, but yeah, miscellaneous round stuff that I don't use very often but are there if I need them. And then continuing down, more rounded stuff, minifigure heads that are either plain or printed without faces, top pieces, and yeah, just a variety of round stuff. These are more round bricks and curved panel pieces in there. Then we start getting into arches. So these are half arches, different sizes, different orientations, a variety of there. And we have full arches going from 1x3 all the way up to 1x6. And we have tall ones, short ones, and more curved type ones, variety of different ones in there. Then the largest curved pieces, including these big bulky ones. And then these last two drawers are just overflow of parts that I have gotten either from Bricklink in large quantities for a project or from the Pick a Brick Wall. So that does it for that tower, and we're gonna turn right now to the left. This is my build area, so we start getting into more useful parts that I use more commonly because I put them right beside my work area. Cylinder pieces, small cone pieces, getting larger with the cone pieces, cheese slopes, 1x1 and 1x2. We start getting into modified bricks here with the log pieces, masonry bricks, and this style here. Then we have a variety of different pieces here with the flexible 2 pieces and things that are similar to that. Lego's made a bunch of different parts that kind of use the same parts, so you know, full bridges. I think this was like from the Ewok village that I just liked and kept together, so a bunch of different parts in there. And then again, a bunch of different hodgepodge of parts, netting, string, we have official Lego elastics in there, material items, and then just some extra sticker sheets in the back there. This drawer has ladder and stair elements, including these style here. And then we have the grill pieces and angled grill pieces. Then we start getting into panel pieces. So these are my smallest size panel pieces, medium size panel pieces, and largest style panel pieces there. This drawer is just a bunch of different random parts that I felt kind of went together. They're all different. I don't have too many of them, but they didn't really fit in anywhere else, and so I put them here, some extra space, so if I sort anything else out I could put them in here. But for now this drawer only has those pieces. And in the bottom here we have the old brown log pieces, so we have the panel style and then just the brick style, but I've separated them out. Oh, there's a few old gray pieces as well, because I don't like to mix them together with the new brown. So yeah, that does it for that whole tower there. And then we're going to move to the left and take a look at all of these pieces. Okay, so now we've moved over to this side of the room, right beside my build section here. So these are my most used parts. So they are right beside me and easy to grab when necessary. So here's plates in useful colors. So I have my greens all separated out according to size. More specialty greens, the limes, olives, that sort of thing. And there's my 1x1s all separated out. Some more useful landscape colors, dark green, earthy tones there, and dark brown. Speaking of brown, this is reddish brown, sorted out by all the different shapes. So the smallest over there, 1x's, and then larger 2x plates in this drawer here. Nice and easy to find. Bricks, we have brown, reddish brown bricks and the earthy tones there as well. Then we get into tan, so we have tan plates, including wedge plates. And then we have more wedge plates under here, all the different browns, tans, and greens. And then we have more tan plates here, all different sizes mixed together. Eventually I will have this sorted out like the brown. And then we have tan bricks under there, dark bluish gray, and the very bottom, light bluish gray. All sorted out nice and easy to get to for when I'm building. This next tower here is my absolute favorite. It is the Flora and Fauna tower. So we have different foliage pieces, the 3-pronged grass in different colors sorted out. This has a couple of different pieces there, and so on, all sorted out by piece type. This is kind of a miscellaneous foliage pile there, and then just some flower pieces, the older style, the newer style, and as you go to the back we've got some older stuff and preformed flower pieces that I have ready to go. And then this has all of my preformed large foliage pieces, some of the trees and bushes. This is actually the first box of plant-based Lego that I have gotten. I know they're doing a lot more of that now, but that was my first box, so I kept it sealed all together with that. And then we start getting into the leaf pieces. So here we have regular green, dark green. In the back there we have the bright light green, the dark blue, dark orange, and dark red. And then down here we have the orange, pinks, and purples, the sword leaf pieces. The palm tree leaves are back there in a bin, and then my smaller leaf pieces all mixed together. We have smaller rock pieces in this drawer here, and as we move down we have the larger lerps and burps, both sizes, burps and lerps, all together in this drawer here. And then we get into the animals. So I have a lot of different animals in here, all mixed together. If you would like to see this collection in more detail, you can let me know in the comments below, and I will make a video just going through all of my animal collection because I have quite a bit here. This is larger animals, so I have elephants, alligators, horses, variety of animals in there, so all together. And then on the bottom here we have all of my dinosaurs, including some of the small ones, if I can find one. They're small, so they're hard to find, all the little baby ones. So all together in that drawer. And then beside it we have more animals, more fairy tale style animals. So we have dragons, trolls, different things from Harry Potter and Star Wars. That's cool. Yeah, so a bunch of different things in there. Now we'll see the rest of this tower. We're going to skip that first drawer, and because that's kind of in relation to this tower here. But this is all my tiles. So we have 1x2 through 1x4, all mixed together, or sorry, sorted out by color, I guess, but kind of mixed in size. And then as we go down here, we have more colors sorted out. The grays, blacks, whites. These are more specialty. We have the half round and quarter round tile pieces, angled tile pieces, curved tile pieces. We have 1x6 and 1x8 all mixed together. I don't have as many of those, and it's easy to pick out the colors. And then we start getting into the 2x's, all sorted by colors. Oh, it looks very nice. We have a miscellaneous bunch of colors there, and some of my 2x3s. I have a very small collection of those, so I need to get more. We have 2x4s only in this row. We have 2x2s and 2x4s. All my grays, dark grays, light grays, all mixed together here. And then we have our 2x2 round plates, or sorry, round tiles as well. Down here we start getting into modified tiles. So we have jumpers, smallest jumpers, 1x2, and then these 1x4s with 2 studs. We have 2x2 jumpers, 2x2 round jumpers, some newer style, and we also have the 1x1 tile pieces on this side here because they needed a place and there was a spot there, so that's how they ended up in there. And then these are the largest modified tile pieces. A lot of them are the minifigure, collectible minifigure stands, but then they have different places, different sizes for some of them. And then this is my stickered bat signal tiles there. And then these are containers all mixed together, and these are fence pieces all mixed together, a bunch of different styles. And this is the animal drawer that I showed you earlier. This top drawer that I skipped earlier is starting to show some of the modified plates with studs on sides. So we have smaller ones. These are the smallest size, different orientation, some newer stuff, some older stuff in the back, and then some wider ones in a couple of different sizes, but similar styles. And then moving over, we have, again, all sorted out, different orientations, different sizes. Then we start getting into the modified bricks with studs on sides. We have one side, two sides, but on the corner we have 4 sides, 1x2 bricks with studs on 2 sides, and so on and so forth. You can see what's there. And then we have a whole bunch of the sand green because I got them once off of a pick-a-brick wall, not realizing how many I had actually grabbed. Then we have some larger bricks as well, 1x2 and 1x4 there. And then we start getting into more delicate pieces. So we have the headlight bricks here, small clip pieces. There's a couple different styles in there, and then another clip piece facing upwards. Speaking of clips, we have, these are actually modified tiles with clips on them, but then we have bricks, we have plates, all different styles, all different colors mixed together in there. And then we also have the same sort of thing but with bars. So we have plates and bricks and all different styles, all different colors mixed together in there. And then the ratcheted style hinge pieces with both the female and male mixed together, because I don't use them as often. I don't have as many of them. And we just continue with more hinges. So you can see the different styles we have here. This one has a lot of different types, but they're all kind of in the same category. So I put them together, and then you can see a couple different styles there. Moving along, more hinge pieces. Got turntables. And then these have some of the larger and older style. I don't even think they make these anymore. Yeah, so a bunch of different styles in there. And then we have more Technic style hinge pieces that uses the pin. And we have some that go on top, some that go underneath, some that go from the sides. So we have a variety of different pieces in there. This is more Technic-y sort of hinge pieces with more larger ball joints, and then inline connectors here, 2 different styles. Here we have all the different styles of pins and washers that go with the Technic builds. And then these are a bunch of Technic bricks. We have some very long ones. Buried down here somewhere, we have the smallest 1x1s, and we even have this style here. And then in the very bottom, just the last of my Technic stuff. This is a bunch of stuff that we can use for movement, so gears and things related to that. We have lift arms in the back here. Oops, let's get that back in its place. This is all miscellaneous Technic-y stuff, and then these are Technic plates. All right, trying to go pretty fast here. This video is getting really long. The next tower here has windows and doors. So these are smallest windows here, the square size, with all of these that I got off of the pick-a-brick wall the one time. We have largest windows, including these bay windows. And these are very, very old. These are from the 80s, maybe even the 70s. Very, very old style windows. I was trying to get that small one. There we go. That was the smallest size. Almost looks like a headlight brick there. And yeah, so I kept those all separated, but they're very cool. So, and then we have panel pieces that are clear, so you can use them as windows. And then these are just some more transparent bricks and plates, small plates separated up to the side so you can do some stained glass windows if I want. And then these are all my doors mixed together. I have medieval style, old style, great style, modern style, all kind of mixed together here in one large bin. Then we start getting into supports. So these are more tall bricks, I guess you would say, that I use as supports. And then these are more actual supports, but I guess they're fancier. You would want to actually see these and see the details in them when you're building. So I have a bunch of different ones all together there. And then this is just miscellaneous castle stuff. So we have things that maybe I've put together, things that are preformed, mostly large things here that I don't use very often because I prefer to build and, you know, make it look different than having the same preformed parts put together. But in the meantime, those are all put together. And then this is just more miscellaneous stuff from different sets that I don't have a whole lot of and I didn't really know where to put them. So I stuck all the small parts in there. And this is sort of the same except for this big bag of flags, but we have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff in here. Slides, this big burpee piece, from different sets, different eras. Didn't have anywhere else to put them, so I put them in there. These last couple of towers here are pieces that I don't use very frequently, as they are a bit far away from my build tower. So this first tower here has a lot of minifigures in it, minifigures that I've kept together for a specific purpose or just because I like them. There are some mini dolls as well, a bunch of different things in there. And then these are minifigures that I've kept together that are bagged depending on the theme. So this is a bunch of Harry Potter figures, Jurassic Park and World figures. This is my Star Wars collection. So I have all of them bagged depending on what the theme is and separated out for easy access. These are my preformed boats, so regular boats, kayaks, dinghies, and then some ship accessories such as like canoes and stuff, all mixed together in there. And these are larger boat pieces that I got from a secondhand store, so these flag pieces are kind of crumpled. If I do decide to use them, I will probably flatten them out, make them really nice. But in the meantime, they are all together with these boat pieces. And then down here we have the old sports equipment, so all the bases for the basketball and soccer. And then I have nets, different preformed parts here. A lot of this stuff they don't make anymore for other sets, so it's kind of neat if you're looking through them. They have different lows and stuff in them, so yeah, all that's together. And then this last drawer here has all of my old gray and old brown pieces separated out because I don't like to mix them with the newer brown and gray colors. And this last row over here has vehicle stuff. So these are wheels, more medieval wheels, so I'll use these a little bit more frequently with my builds. And then these are tire connectors, and then tires, of course, all different sizes there. When we start getting into vehicle stuff, we have propellers, motorcycles, and large vehicle bases. These are fender flares, larger vehicle parts in the back there. We have seats, and these are all miscellaneous car parts. So the off chance that I make a vehicle, I have to kind of look through there, but that's okay because I don't do it very often. These are windscreens or something similar to windscreens. And then this is my gyrosphere ball from Jurassic World because I found a place there. This, I thought when I had gotten the Joker mansion that I wasn't going to keep it together, so I had a drawer set aside for all of my roller coaster parts, but yeah, it's pretty empty right now. And then just on the bottom here is all of my remote stuff to make things move. We have lights, battery boxes, that sort of thing, which I want to get more into. Brian has a much larger collection of these things, so if I need more, I can always borrow stuff from him. But yeah, for now, that's what I have, and hopefully I'll be able to do more of that stuff in the future. And the last bit to look at is all this stuff here on the table. Okay, this is the final part we are going to be looking at today. All of these little stack-on type drawers on my desk here. There are a couple of containers here actually that I'll just show you really quickly. This is an idea that I had for all of my curved pieces. So this is all 2x2 curved pieces. Eventually I would like to get that kind of going for all of them. They are in there as of right now. Some sort of bead container, that sort of thing, to organize all of them by color and by part. And this one just has a random assortment of pieces. There is no real reason for sorting some of these out this way. They just end up in here, and so yeah. We'll put these back in the corner here because that was very quick. We'll look at a couple of parts over here. These are modified plate pieces with the ridge, and then we have the larger style right below that, and then we have the bricks with the ridge in them to match with those plate pieces, and then just another style of brick there. And then these two stacks here are minifigure parts, so we have male heads and specialty heads off on the right hand side there. We have female heads and female hair pieces, short legs and printed legs, plain legs, regular size in that drawer, and then we've got torsos. So these torsos I separated out to be a little bit more useful for my builds, and then these are ones that I've separated out that go together. So we have some Harry Potter uniforms, some soccer uniforms, pirates, that sort of thing, all kind of classed together. And then up here are my female torsos and skirt pieces. Some are together and a lot of them are separate. Here we are getting into food. Now this is very full. It's right up to the top. We have a lot of different pieces in here. This will have to be sorted out eventually because it is just so tall at this time, but for now it works. Below that we have utensils, pots, pans, plates. They make a lot of cute little parts for the friends. Bowls, all different colors mixed together. And then below that we have cups, goblets, wine glasses, bottles, and oh, there's like a fast food cup down there, but yeah, a bunch of different ones in there. And then these are large minifigure parts. So we have bicycles, umbrella, surfboards. This globe piece was actually really cool. Came with the one of the Batman sets, wheelbarrows, all kinds of things in there. And then this bottom drawer has wings in there. Okay, so moving along as quickly as we can. These stack-ons have all of these. Let's not knock all these because this will take me forever to sort through. All of my little 1x1 studs in all the different colors. So So as you go down, I've sorted them out. This one's a miscellaneous here, but then we have gold, all the different colors of green, lime green, white and silver is in this one, light bluish gray, dark bluish gray, black, and then we get into some of the translucent colors here. All the different colors going right down, so you can get the idea. And then these are studs with the hole in the middle, studs that are tiled on top, and then these are all my tooth plates separated out by color. I have a lot of those ones because they were on the pick a brick wall. And then these are my other tooth plates that are specialized, so they're facing down. They have the 3. Oh, and these are the newer style ones that I got from Hidden Side. And then just a few more random parts. Some containers are separated out into 3, and some are filled with just one type of part. So a lot of these were in my miscellaneous drawer and got separated out. And for now, that's how it works. This bottom drawer here had, it's kind of hard to pull out, but it had all of my minifigures that I used very frequently. It's a lot of medieval, fantasy, different characters like that don't fit a specific theme, so they wouldn't be in a bag in that other drawer that I showed you earlier, but they are there for quick access. Now this stack-on drawer here has all of my minifigure parts. So if we go along here, we have all the different types of headgear. So we have just hair pieces, medieval pieces. And originally I had kind of started to sort these out by use or kind of similar styles. But as I went along, they got a bit mishmash, so I'll have to redo them someday. We got beards, armor pieces, bags, capes. These are kind of hidden underneath there, but capes. This is different body parts that have been taken apart for different reasons. And then there's my micro figs in there. Coming along here, we have winter sports, summer sports kind of activities, more miscellaneous type things, starting with shields, bigger shields, those new style Nexo Knights shields. Coming down here, we have gold bars and silver bars, other money. I have also included some of my gold bricks in there. They kind of matched. Here we have some magic items. We have crystal balls just in here, and then a miscellaneous amount in there. Over here we have more Friends style with the mini peg, the medical, the bags, and other accessories on the right. In here we have more medieval style bags and buckets. And these are camcorders, recorders, phones, megaphones, stuff like that. In the middle here we have my collection of books and musical instruments. And then continuing along, we have sports. And in the back there we have binoculars, keys, and handcuffs. And then here's the miscellaneous, small parts and large parts of different items related to minifigures. We have plumes and fire pieces, different colors. I have greens and purples and blues in there. Moving along, we have gems. We have small gems and larger gems of different sizes. Here we have chains, and I use these for torches. They're the old style of ways I used to make torches, so I have them here. And they're still here after all this time, even though Lego has done some updated lanterns and such. These are minifigure accessories, so we have different brooms, nets for fish. We have oars, shovels, pickaxes. Miscellaneous tools are in this side, and then all my different guns and tranquilizers are on that side. Over here we have some more medieval style weapons, and continuing along, swords, bows and arrows. And this is the miscellaneous of that category, and these can either be used for jousting or for flags. Down here we have our bars, so we have 3 long, 4 long, and then as they continue they get up, they get higher. And then we've got telescope pieces, we have a couple different parts in there, and some miscellany in the back. And then we have the rest of the teeth plates, or sorry, just regular teeth, not teeth plates. And then we have flag holders, and then all the different styles of flags, from these style, small style, and they get pretty big, and then mushrooms and other miscellaneous stuff. If you need to pause through any of this, go ahead. I'm just trying to make this as quick as possible. And then over in the corner here, I'll just show you this first row. So this is all of my curved parts, separated out by color and shape. So that's pretty much what these rows are, based on shape and color. So I'm not going to go through all of those individually, because you can kind of get the idea. And then where does it start down here? Some of these are empty, but I have some different parts. These are a newer reverse tile, which I think is really cool. We got the light bricks in there, some newer style parts in there, more new styles that I've just kind of separated out because I thought they were special. Those I got off of the brick wall, and I really like that as well for detail. And then just some more useful parts as we come along to the other side here. Perfect. Oop, an empty drawer. Those are reverse curves. And then just some other clips and bar pieces that are fairly new. These are some of the smaller ball joint pieces, both styles. We have wands, whips, eggs, both style eggs, some open and some still intact. And then this last row is just even more random assortment. We've got trophies there, and ending off with an empty drawer. Okay, perfect. So that does it for everything on this desk. That was really long. Whew. Whew, that was a very long video. If you stuck it out this far, I am glad I could entertain you for that amount of time. We've just looked at all of this collection here, all of these parts organized meticulously all the way to the end there. I have a lot of fun sorting Lego, to be honest. It's part of what I like. Building and doing tutorials and stuff are fun as well, but sometimes it's nice just to sit down and sort some parts. So I'm glad I got to share my collection with you, how I organize and everything else. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and a comment below. And until next time, keep on building.